Hello, I'm Richard Murphy, and I want to talk about tax. It is, of course, everybody's favourite subject. Well, it is mine. I wrote a book called The Joy of Tax, so I've got a sort of odd relationship with the subject. But that odd relationship is important, and it's important because I think we need to think about tax in a very different way from that which most people do. Look, no one gets very excited about paying their tax bill, and I have to write a cheque or make a transfer to the revenue twice a year. I know what that feels like. But tax is much more than about paying that sum that we all do, either as income tax or as value-added tax when we buy things and so on. Because tax plays a fundamental role in our society. It actually does up to 6 different things. It's about the government reclaiming the money that it spends into the economy. Now, we'll talk about that more when I talk about the role and nature of money. But the government has to claim back what it spends or we get inflation. So tax is about economics as well as just about paying for things. If we didn't pay tax, there's another really important thing that wouldn't happen. And that's something which, again, we all quite like, and I'm going to get some of it out. This stuff would have no value, because that stuff, money, literally gets its value because the government promises to pay the bearer on demand, and they fulfill that promise when we pay our tax. They insist we pay tax using this, and therefore this has value. So tax is really important because it makes the value of our money. But it does some other things as well. It redistributes income and wealth, and we can't dispute it. The way our society works does unfortunately mean that some people get vast amounts of money, and some of that we might well think is justified, but they still don't need it to live on. And others who work really hard end up with very little, despite their efforts. So we need to redistribute income and wealth to make sure that everybody's got a chance for a decent life. And I suspect we all share that goal. There are also other things that go wrong in the economy. Pricing sometimes goes wrong in a market because what are called the externalities are not taken into account. What do I mean? Well, imagine you're driving your car and you're going to be pumping carbon out of the exhaust pipe. That isn't priced in the original price of oil. So we have to tax petrol to make sure that we allow for the cost of the carbon pollution. And tax therefore corrects market prices when it's necessary. What else does it do? Tax lets us interfere in the way the economy works. The government can incentivise certain behaviours. It gives tax reliefs and allowances to business to encourage them to do certain things. Right now it's encouraging green business, for example, by giving special allowances. That's something that tax can do. And there's one final thing that tax does, which is really fundamental to the way we view our society. There's a lot of evidence that people who pay tax, in particular income tax, vote. So tax is fundamental to our democracy because tax makes us hold our government to account. And in a democratic system, that's really important because an unaccountable government is one that is out of control, and none of us want that. So tax is a vibrant subject. It's important, it's lively, and that's what I'm going to explore on the YouTube channel that we're developing on tax and other themes. If you're interested, click the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at Richard J. Murphy. Look at my blog, Tax Research UK. Those things give you a chance to ask questions as well. Ask the questions, we'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.